by the gallons, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. And when Daddy used to plant at least 100 tomato plants.
Oh my gosh.
And we all had our job. He, the rows had to be just right, and we all had a job. Somebody put water in, or somebody else put the plant in, somebody covered. And then getting it in the jars, they had this big tub, and the little ones had to wash the jars because they could get their hands in.
We had the cellar.
In the cellar.
So you must have had daily chores you had to do too.
It was an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
So when the house burned, the next house that you moved to is where Barb lives now? Is that the next house?
No, it was where where Bob and Sandy lived,
Okay,
out the road.
okay. That was the next house.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's built right where the house was, isn't it?
Right. Well, that's where JR's house is now.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Where JR's house is now is where the house burned?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know.
We hunted and hunted for Mother's rings.
Because it
Remember?
burnt to the ground. When we saw it, there was nothing left but the chimney.
Right.
On a sunny October afternoon.
I didn't remember that. I know I remember when we could busk up at the top of the hill, and that's when we saw it. It was still burning and it was gone.
What'd that feel like?
Well, it was.
I don't know. I guess we were in shock. Well, I think people just started coming in and helping us, you know?
Right. Because the word passed. We had a phone that was on the line, and it would ring, and we could pick it up, and there'd be,
On the party line.
yeah.
So you had a phone, but you didn't have electricity?
Right.
No. And we didn't have electricity until we moved out in a little house.
I know.
I remember I was in high school.
in Tom's house. Yeah.
Now, Uncle Tom's house is where Barb lives now, or?
That's where they was in the process of moving to Wellston, him and Aunt Frances. And so it just happened to be that house was empty, so we all could move into it. There was the boys' room, the girls' room, and Mother and Daddy in the front room.
We had to put bricks wrapped in cloths to keep our feet warm at night.
Wow, that's a memory.
Took our baths in a big tub in front of the fireplace.
Those were the good old days. Really.
But I don't remember crying and carrying on about it, did you?
I don't either.
That's
I think we just,
that's where we were.
well, you know, no.
We always put the clothes on the line.
Uh-huh.
Mother would say that if they froze, that would keep whiten them.
And she put the clothespins in the oven to have them warm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And how she ever cooked. You know, like now we have to have the temperature just right to bake something. She had that coal stove and
Right.
uh-huh.
But she made the greatest bread.
Right.
And cooked, made soup. And that's when when they had pigs on Thanksgiving Day, they would kill those pigs and had them hanging, and they cut them up. They didn't freeze them. They must have canned them.
Canned them. She canned
Yes.
them. Mm-hmm.
Barb has a story to tell about Louis. When Lauren and I was going together, and I'd bake a chocolate cake for him.
Yeah.
And she said Louis would open up the basement window and go in there and get some pieces of that cake, and he and Barb would eat it.
And when he was flying, how he'd come over and dip his wings to the house.
That's cool. Aw. Tip the wing. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
sweet.
So did you raise livestock too at the house, or just have a garden?
We milked
Yeah,
the cows.
had garden and
Milked the cows over the hill, remember?
had cows and pigs.
Right. Had chickens too, didn't we?
And chicken. Oh yes. Uh-huh. Well, and I remember we had that brooder house, and when I graduated from high school, sent away and got 100 chicks that I could raise to raise money to pay for my class rate. So I had to go out, and sometimes I would forget to go out and put coal or something in for the chicken. I remember I paid $18 for my class rate.
Did you
And Mother used to dress the chickens. And,
sell
mhm.
them?
So see, we didn't have time to get into mischief.
Sure.
That's
Definitely.
right.
I remember the boys, and I don't know if it was when it was snowy, that they would slide down the hill, and one time they went under the fence where the cattle were, but they didn't get hurt. But then that's where we would go to milk the cows. See, they'd line up there, and we would milk the cows there, carry the milk up.
So is this just for your consumption, or did you sell it too, or
It was for us, for a family.
Yeah, we just used it.
did you do the butter too, or separate it all out and make butter, or?
Did you?
I don't know. Did we make butter with it? I think we did.
Oh yes, made butter. Remember she showed us the cream and how we made butter?
Right,
No, because they didn't sell anything. We used it all.
right.
So we were drinking skim milk and didn't even know it. She used the cream to make butter.
Right, that's right.
Uh-huh.
Buttermilk, we used to drink buttermilk when it was sour.
And cottage cheese would put it in a cloth and hang it on the line.
A cheesecloth, yeah, let it drip.
So was there any kind of indoor plumbing, or was it all just kind of basin water and you heat it up, and it must have been in the privy? You must have to go outside for a privy.
Well, there was in the stove, there was what did you call it, a hot water tank,
Oh,
and that's where we had our hot water.
okay. So that'd come off, but then you'd use a basin to wash with and those kind of things.
Right.
Then go outside to the privy.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Outdoor John, remember?